Before you install any new netting, it's important to decide which type of netting you're going to use. The netting on the left is a tied or knotted net. The net on the right is a woven net, and you can see the difference. The net on the right, you can actually see the holes in the net where it's woven together. It's not nearly as strong, and it's going to hold a lot more snow and ice than the knotted net on the left. Today I'm going to explain how to put up netting for covered pens. First thing to note, for us we've got 9 or 10 pens in a row, so we have to have 9 or 10 pieces of netting seamed together to make the whole pen work. It's really important to get the first net up square. If the first net is not up square, by the time you get to the 9th or 10th pen, you're going to be off considerably. So to get the first pen square, you need to mark the division fence every 10 feet. And you can see we've marked this division fence with a piece of flag tape every 10 feet. Now this is 2-inch netting, so 60 holes would make 10 feet. So what we do is we count 60 holes and we match it up to the 10-foot mark on the fence. Count 120 holes, match it up to the 20-foot. 180 holes, match it up to the 30-foot, and so on. And you do that the length and the width. So once you have the netting matched up, you can go ahead and pull it tight. And in a way to double check your work, I'm going to zoom in on this just a bit, but you can see the lines in the net. They actually form lines, and what you're looking for are straight lines. If that lines really start to get zigzaggy and back and forth, or cut from one corner of the pen to the other, you know you've got an issue. So these lines should actually be straight when you're all said and done. What they're going to do now is we're going to pull out the next roll of netting to be installed. You can see the roll of netting is really not a roll, it's more of a accordion shape that just all pulls out. And it does get heavy, so you see the second guy that grabs the net to help him pull it along. And what they're going to do is pull the netting out widthwise. So once we get this netting all pulled out widthwise, what we're going to do is go ahead and seam it to the next roll. So what we're doing here is seaming 2 pieces of netting together. And all you do is take each and every hole and ring it together, the whole length of the net. Here it's important that you make sure and get all the holes lined up right. When you get to the end, you could be off significantly. And this is what a completed seam looks like. So once we get the seam done, we go from the outside and pull everything tight. Works best if you've got 2 people on the outside pulling it, 1 person on the inside ringing as you go. And it's real important that you're pulling the same distance all the way down so you don't get any runs in the netting. This is what the net should look like when you get done. Straight, tight, no ripples. A tight net is going to hold less snow, and it will prevent the birds from getting caught in the netting. The net should look something like a circus tent once installed correctly.